As the market pops up on 22nd August 2022, it is politics and economics combining to play Ardent Friday. Is the pleasure in another person's agony. The Chinese home loan borrowers have been displaying extreme agony with mass action in the form of mortgage boycotts. And more than $220 billion of home loans outstandings are in jeopardy. The Chinese economy's agony is exacerbated by the continuing heat wave there, which could drag down significantly their agricultural produce. Elsewhere in UK, the agony is in elevated inflation above 13% against the mandated 2%. And the Bank of England chief is receiving much rebuke from the parliament. The pressures seem to have translated into the US, with the dollar index suddenly climbing to 108 from 105 last week. And the Nasdaq 100 also gaining more than 200 points week over week. The US benchmark 10-year bond yield rose by 10 basis points to 2.96, while Brent has eased to $94 per barrel. Gold is also trading lower at $1,757 per ounce. The Indian rupee closed at 79.84 against the US dollar. And the RBI's attempts to defend the rupee are also evidenced by the reserves falling to $570 billion as per the weekly statistical data released by the Reserve Bank. In the coming week, rupee might breach 80 as dollar could continue to bask in others' agony. The Nifty shed more than 1% today to close at 17,758. And the options volatility VIX was also marginally elevated at 18.29. The existing Indian 10-year benchmark closed at 7.26%. All the four bond auction stocks of today's auction were fully subscribed, and the new 10-year benchmark bond saw the coupon getting fixed at 7.26%. A 72 basis points rise in the coupon from the existing bond, which is at 6.54%. The 3-year IRS retraced to 6.21 from last week's 6.15. The RBI bulletin for this month carries a paper on bank privatization. RBI has hastened to come out with a clarification on the big bang approach to privatization. It only finds a mention in the bulletin paper. And the paper or the bulletin also carries a disclaimer that the views are those of the authors and not that of the organization. Perhaps the clarification has had a counter effect. Have an interesting week ahead.